For a minute, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? I want to know your name. Hey, stop turning off. Who pulled my tail? Okay. I just went up. I just went in right now and here's the main thing. Let me see how much strength I got. 2 bars. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. Hopefully it'll work. It's worked there before. So let's see. And then I got my third phone here where I can check real quick. And I'm turning this thing on so that I'm gonna try and download Facebook. There's some stuff going on right now that I want to share with the people. Let's see.
And I'm just doing what I can to give truck drivers.
This is Freedom of Information Act. This is Mother Trucker. That's Mother Trucker. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know what's up with the lighting. But I'm trying to work all that out.
Sad what's going on. Everybody at my truck stop is talking about this.
I'm going to hook it up, plug it into this big TV over here so that you can see. But first, let me check my signal. And I'm also going to download Facebook because there's a lot of stuff going on Facebook. Okay. I don't know what happened, but it's just like overnight. You know, this last, probably about 2 months ago or 3 months ago. It's hard to keep track of the time. About 3 months ago, Facebook just started, you know, showing you all kinds of news, what's going on, and, you know, it locks into your community, shows you what's going on with your emergency responders in your community. It's just, you know, just like overnight. And so I'm going to try and download it onto my laptop because I really don't even have YouTube. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Okay. So anyway, download that because this computer shows up on my big TV here, because every time I try to show you something on this little phone, it's just all completely too bright. You can't even see it. The contrast is messed up or something. So let me just pull myself up real quick. I'm just going to check the signal. Okay, there he pulled up again. 3 people killed. Okay, I'm going to be commenting on this. And I got to grab a book here real quick. Okay, so let me go to my channel. And there I am. 3 people already in here, and I see some people in the comments, so that's good. Okay. So I hope you people who are listening are people with, well, just regular people is good, but people with platforms who can actually use this information to change the world. Okay. So before I start, let me grab a book real quick because I've been going gung ho. Where's my other? What happened to my FBI, not the FBI, the FBA's war on America against humanity. That's a good book. That really gets people going. I'm going to show that one again on this go round because I know that one's a real. Hey, here's the old book there. I did have the old book. Okay, so I'm going to add this to the mix too. Okay, because I was showing you the other book. So I'm going to show you a few books to really get you going. Okay. Here's the old book. So I'm going to show you the new book. Okay. That'll really get you going. And so there's my prop. I don't have the AC on because the weather's kind of forgiving right now. And there's some things going on with agriculture that is quite interesting. It's very quite interesting, but I don't think I wrote any of that down. So, yeah, I didn't write any of that stuff down. So, I'm going to be talking about the thing that happened in Florida. I'm going to be talking about the battery technologies, the EVs. I'm going to be talking about the protests that are going on in Washington, D.C. and this battle that's going on with the electric car and dinosaur technology, the pollution that's going on. I'm going to talk about that too. Okay. The electrifying of the world, and the United States is trying to play catch up, and they're just being a bunch of crybabies because they can't destroy Mother Earth like a bunch of freaking fallen angel extraterrestrials that they are. Okay, so first of all, to clear up some things, these people, Mother Trucker, this is for informational purposes. You know, Mother Trucker was really pounding it out. He was a truck driver himself, and he was really pounding it out. And everybody, all truck drivers all across the United States watch this guy. It's called Mother Trucker on YouTube. And then he started, I guess, making more money on YouTube than he was driving. So he stopped driving for a while, but his videos didn't have the same umph, you know, when he stopped driving. So I don't know if he started driving again. He started his own, basically like a travel center parking for trucks over in Texas, Gainesville, Texas. But anyhow, because of the Information Copyright Act for educational purposes, Copyright Act of 1972, whichever year, 1976, I think it was. Yeah, Copyright Act of 1976. I'm sharing this information. Yes, he's brought a lot of information. I just showed you him on the whatchamacallit. It's Mother Trucker. He's commenting on this guy. Well, this is all fine and good, but you need to be a little bit more intricate with the information. We need to grow up as a society. Stop being such dumbos. We are the dumbos of the world. You know, considering, you know, all the stuff we have, we shouldn't be. The people should not be that damn dumbed down. I think we're like number 32 on the list of the most educated people on planet Earth. we are like, United States is like number 32. What does that tell you? Okay, we are living in Dumbosville, big time. And so, Mother Trucker needs to be a little bit more intricate in his research. Okay, he did bring us the information. He brought us some information this morning. I just watched it. And he said, gives the guy's name. I think he gave the guy's age, told you where he's from, let you know that he entered this country illegally and that he obtained his CDL here. He's been charged. This is all information I learned from Mother Trucker just right now. He's been charged not with vehicular manslaughter. He's been charged with vehicular homicide. Okay? And the warrant was issued for his arrest. I mean, this guy just, man, can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is basically the only job where you have, this is what you, right? This is the only job where you can become a criminal instantly, right? It's so easy to become a criminal in this field. And look what happened to him. Turned his world upside down. And so anyway, yeah, and it's so easy. A logbook violation will do it. Even though the logbook is totally pathetic. Regardless, if you screw up on that logbook and something like this happens, you're going to jail. Okay, that's why the logbook needs to be changed, the ELD. Which is why he probably made the move in the first place. Because he was trying to beat the clock on the ELD, a stupid system. Okay, and but he gave you all that information, which is good. That's excellent, because mainstream media wasn't giving it to the people. Okay, but there's one piece of intricate information that he did not reveal. I don't know if he knows or not, or I don't know if he searched or not. But that piece of information is, where did he get his CDL? California isn't good enough. The people want to know, what city did he get his CDL from? This is important. Not just California, right? It's important that you know, what city are they doing all this clown crap at? Okay? Now, the person, people did not cover this intricacies either. They didn't tell the people exactly what occurred. Okay? Number one, I told you that it was probably all caught on camera because the 95 interstate in Florida and the 75 are immersed in video cameras. I told you every mile of interstate has a video camera on it. If you look up to your side when you're going down the freeway, you'll see a video camera every mile. Okay, that's peculiar. I mean, that's, different, because I haven't seen that in other states. Every mile, and it stretches for about 500 miles. I told you this yesterday. And, well, it turns out that he was not on either of these interstates. He was on the toll road. You know what I think about toll roads, okay? This was a toll road. That changes everything. On a regular road, you have exits where you can turn around. Like especially in going through town, you have an exit like every 2 or 3 miles where you can get off the freeway. On a toll road, it's like you're in prison. There are no exits. The only place they put an exit, they make it a federal issue because they have to put up all kinds of toll gates and buildings and people in there to take your money for using the road on these toll roads. That's why they don't have exits everywhere. It had probably been 20 miles or 25 miles before he can get to an exit because of the toll roads. I told you, get rid of the toll roads. We already pay tons and tons of taxes for roads. These toll roads are run by the mob, the mafia, because they're collecting cash hand over fist. Okay? Who's getting all that cash? The mob, the mafia. They are in some of the worst places. All of the whole United States is freedom, except for these few places, and they're strategically placed. Basically, they're to keep people out and rake in the cash at the same time. They're just bad all around. Follow the money and you'll follow who's behind it. You'll find out who's behind this, who's collecting all this cash off these toll roads that are creating havoc like this. This would not have happened, probably would not have happened if it wasn't a toll road. Okay? The dude probably panicked. And I can tell you, I've been on that road. And it's a freaking nightmare. I've told you before, it's like freaking spaghetti trying to figure out which way you're going to get off because of all the crap they have to put on, all the circles they have to put on there so they can collect the money before they let him off back into freedom. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get back to freedom, to the 75 interstate, which is not a toll road. The 75 and the 95 are not toll roads. He was on the connector that goes from 75 over to the 95. It cuts right across like that. And it's a toll road. So you look at the fuel stations that are on that toll road and you'll start to find out who's behind it. These people, when they collect tolls, I know a lot of them are electronic now, and toll roads are different in different parts of the places. Like Texas has some toll roads. These are completely different than the other toll roads. These toll roads are like you're in prison. Okay? It's one lane and you can't get off of it for miles and miles and miles, and you only have one selection to the stores you can go to because the store is in the middle of the freeway. The freeway goes this way and that way, right? The store they put right in the middle so you get off in here on these toll roads. It's the only business that you can get. The only place you can buy your fuel, the only place you can get your snacks or whatever are at this one store. Okay, those are the ones who are behind it. And so get rid of the toll roads. And you won't have crap like that happening. Okay, so they're also to segregate the people. So people won't, it's a nightmare for truck drivers. Okay? Some of the people who are the locals, they might not mind it that much. They might even have a sense of security, right? They're keeping out people. It's like a cul-de-sac. Okay? My opinion is get rid of the freaking toll roads. They're a freaking nightmare. They're disgusting. Okay? It's like being in jail. People who live in these communities don't even know they're being segregated, like people over in Brownsville, right? New York. They don't even know they're being segregated. They've got them cordoned off. It's like in sections of northern Ohio. That's where it starts toll roads before it goes into New York. Pennsylvania has some nasty toll roads. Nasty. Okay? And so Florida has a section of toll roads, and that's the one that the truck driver was on. They have one toll road, connects the two together. And so this truck driver was going to make a U-turn. And to show you how he has to make a U-turn. Okay. He would have to pull off to the side of the road because you can't be in the lane closest to make the U-turn because the section connecting it is only, it's got a certain width. Okay? A car can get in there and make a U-turn off of the lane that's closest to it, but not in a truck. If you go in a truck and you try to make the turn into this narrow gap that goes in between the northbound and southbound lanes to make the U-turn, if you go in here and you try to make a turn, you're going to rip the whole freaking railing out that's in the middle. Okay? You can't do it. You rip everything to crap. You'll get stuck. So he had to move over to the, when you're driving on the freeway, you got two lanes, pull over to the side of the road. This is probably what he did that they're not telling you. He pulled over to the side of the road and was waiting for both lanes to not have cars coming in it. But at the same time, he has to look at the other lanes. I don't know if he was going north or south. I think he was going north, right? So he was trying to get back south, probably he's trying to go back to Miami or something. But not only does he have to watch to wait till both of these lanes are clear because he's parked on the side of the road waiting for an opportunity to start the U-turn, because you can't do it from the lane that's closest to the where you're going to make the turn. You'll rip the whole railing out. If you look at it, you see there's railing in the median, and the place to make the turn is limited, right? He doesn't have space on this side to make the turn. He has to come in this one little space that's right there. Okay? Not like over here. Over here, we don't have no medians or anything. You can make a U-turn even though it's illegal. You can do it from the lane that's closest to the median. Not there. You're talking about swampland. And so this is probably what he was doing. So not only does he have to wait for traffic to stop on his lanes that are going in his direction, but he also has to watch the other side of the freeway, on the other side of the median, because he's going to have to get in the fast lane. The fast lane is the lane closest to the median, right? When he makes that U-turn, he's going to have to get into the fast lane. There's no area. You just have two lanes and that's it. This is all freaking swampland. It's not like it is over here. You don't have lots of dirt area in between where you can get in there before you move on to the roadway. And so he had to get into the fast lane when he makes that U-turn. So he's also watching the traffic coming this way. He has to make sure that there's nobody coming this way in the fast lane. Okay? So that's why he was like, now's my chance. So boom, jumped out there, and these people like, what the F? Right? A big old truck is 53 feet. Just on the trailer is 53 feet. They didn't have nowhere to go. It's huge. And so now if people are coming this way, imagine two cars are coming. Okay? The people on the slow lane don't have nothing to worry about, right? He's going into the fast lane. Any cars that were in the slow lane, they weren't, they wouldn't have been in his way. But if you have two cars coming, the car that's in the fast lane isn't going to have anywhere to go, right? Because this car that's in the slow lane, it could be a 53-foot semi truck, right? There's nowhere for you to go if that was, the case. And there's a lot of trucks on that road. So that's what it was all about. They didn't tell you that. They didn't tell you that he was parked over on the side of the road, right? That's the only way you can make the turn, because you got to wait for traffic to stop, right? Because you got traffic going this way and you got traffic going that way too. You got to make sure there's nobody in the fast lane, because that's where you're going. You're here, you're waiting for the other side to be clear before you can make it, and you got to make sure. That's why. Okay, people didn't discuss that, but it's mostly because of the toll roads. Those toll roads are freaking disgusting. Imagine this. There's 3 million vehicles that use that road every day. Multiply that by, what do they charge? $3. Most of these people, a lot of people, I've seen them when I go through these toll roads, they're all paying cash. I know a lot of that has changed, electronic, read your license plate and stuff. But when I went through there, everybody was paying cash. I mean, this lady is just sitting here raking in the cash. Imagine 3 million people paying $3, right? To use, I don't know what they charge. I know for truckers, it's in the hundreds of dollars. It costs you $100 to use these toll roads. $100, $200, $300 to use these toll roads if you're in a semi truck. So multiply, to keep it conservative, multiply 3 million cars by $3. They're making about $10 million a day off these tolls. Where's all that cash going? It's going into their pocket, the mafia. Okay? And so that's that. Okay. Now, for these people over here, they want to sue the state of California because they're a bunch of freaking crybabies. They're fallen angels, extraterrestrials, and they're crying because they can't crap on Mother Earth. They're crying because they can't destroy Mother Earth like they want to. They hate anything that the Creator made for the humans. They want to destroy it. Now they're crying like a bunch of crybabies, trying to sue the state of California because the state of California is trying to clean up the air to save Mother Earth, to save the planet, to save the ozone layer, right? So these people, Volvo is one of them. Volvo is trying to sue the state of California. Let me tell you a little something about Volvo. Volvo originally was from Sweden. That's Sweden for you Americans. Volvo was originally from Sweden. Volvo used to make a beautiful truck. It wasn't electric. This was back in 2015. Beautiful truck. And the parent company of Volvo over in Europe, I forget what their name is. I think it's Daimler or something like that. Well, they sold their brand name. They sold their brand to the United States about 4 years ago. They sold it to the United States. Volvo is not the same. Okay? The design, totally freaking crap compared to what it used to be. Everything that was good about the truck, that was nice about the truck, they changed it. It's basically like driving a Dodge. Okay, if you've ever been in a Dodge car, that's basically what they changed it. It used to be European design. They changed it, okay? And not only that, but their parent company or whatever, I think it's Daimler, doesn't even make this dinosaur technology no more. They've moved on to help save Mother Earth. They're using all electric semi-trucks in places like Norway. It's almost 100% pure electric vehicles on the road in Norway, including 18-wheelers, semi-trucks. Okay? So these people are just being a bunch of crybabies. They need to get with the program and stop crapping on Mother Earth. Everybody else around the world is going to clean energy. Okay? And so places like Norway, Netherlands, Sweden, and Germany are cleaning their act up. And one of the largest manufacturers of electric vehicles, we've already got electric vehicles here. Big semis, you know, Tesla makes some semis. Pepsi's hauling their stuff in electric semis. Walmart is using electric semis. Costco's using electric semis. Lay's potato chips is hauling their stuff in electric semis. So these people need to get with the program, right? And and don't know if you know this, but the world's largest manufacturer of electric buses is right here in California. BYD, Build Your Dreams. Largest manufacturer of electric vehicles and buses. And they're making the buses right here in California, trying to clean up the environment, getting off of this dirty, freaking polluting, Mother Earth destroying, dinosaur technology energy. Okay? And the batteries that are going into these things, I did a little bit more research. Oh yeah, and on the electric vehicles, they need to get with the program, because, you know, before they were saying, oh well, there's no charging stations, we can't do this and that. The largest charging station in the nation for electric vehicles is right here in Southern California, in San Bernardino, Colton, California, to be exact. Okay? They've already got it. And so they've already got the charging stations connecting Las Vegas with Southern California, Los Angeles, San Bernardino. And now they're starting to go coast to coast on the Interstate 10. They're already starting the connection between Southern California and Phoenix, Arizona. It's only going to continue from there. Okay, so get with the program because it's going there. The rest of the world is already there. We're playing catch up. Okay? And the solar panel that I came out with this idea 2 years ago, guess what? They're building them in Africa. I saw it this morning. They're already building them in Africa, and they're using them to charge motorcycles off free energy. Okay, go in and check it out. And now to talk about what's going on, and then I'll show you these books. What's going on right now in Washington, D.C. Okay, they want to kick all the homeless people, and they got a lot of homeless people in Washington, D.C. They showed them all living in the bushes. They're going in there. They want to kick them all out and run them out of Washington, D.C. They don't want them anywhere near them. Them being the ones who are in the White House. They don't want them anywhere near there because they know they're getting close. And they don't feel safe. So they want them either to get the hell out of there or they're going to put them in, arrest them, throw them in prison or jail, whichever one it is. And so I told you they tried that in Fresno and it was a dismal failure. Did not work. Okay? And so you have these people protesting in Washington, D.C. I think it was yesterday I saw them, and now it was on mainstream news. They showed you that there was a protest in Washington, D.C. And, well, look at the people there. There was no racial diversity. Zero racial diversity on this group of people. I forget what their movement name is called. But I think who put on this little show, because the numbers were no good. Hardly anybody showed up. I think hundreds of people showed up is what they said on that thing. Hundreds of people showed up, and they were kind of depressed because, you know, hardly anybody showed up. Well, I think the people who are doing this, who are starting this, they don't have your best interest. They're trying to make a movie, documentary, trying to make money off the documentary. Remember this documentary that came out? It was called Unfair, how they showed the people, oh, we want freedom for the people. We want to fight for the people and all this. Yeah, they only show you their angle of it, right? Look at the racial diversity, the ethnic racial diversity of the people who were in that crowd. Okay? And so I think it's these people who are putting on this stuff, who are putting on this show. They want to make a documentary with this. It's all phony, fake. It's not from the heart. You have some bozos out there who think that you know, they're not behind it. And they're out here, they don't have no passion. They're not hurting, right? They all come from wealthy neighborhoods. They just want to have something to do. They want to do like they see everybody else out there protesting. They want to get out there and do it too, right? For excitement, for something to do. And not only that, I was watching the whole thing, and I'm sitting here and I'm analyzing it. I'm analyzing it, watching the people who speak and all this, right? And then this lady gets up there and she starts singing. And I was just like, turned it off right there immediately. When you sit here and you play music that is it is racist. It's racist music because it excludes certain groups. Only certain ethnicities of people listen to this type of music. That just totally freaking reeks. Okay? And you can tell off the music. If they're going to play music, you can tell where they're coming from off the music. And the music they played, I wouldn't want no part of it. It's sick and disgusting. And so it's not even real, because if it was real, this is like the never-ending story. They just want to sell newspapers, have something to talk about, and basically bull crap. Because if they were serious about equality, right, and caring about people, these homeless people who are being abused by an unjust government or whatever, then you would have to mention the extraterrestrials. There's no mention of extraterrestrials at all. What, are the people stupid? Are they that damn stupid? Okay, so now, where's my glasses? Okay, yesterday I showed you that if you want to come up to speed on the food, the poisoning, how the Americans are the dumbest ones, how they don't allow this garbage, the poisons they're putting in the food are not allowed in other countries, and that the companies here will actually take that garbage, the poison, out of certain products and ship that product over to other countries, but leave the garbage, that crap in these, because they know the people here, they know they can get away with it because the people here in the United States are so damn dumb. Okay? That's why they're doing it. And so to learn about all that stuff, you can learn it from this person, Kevin Trudeau, who they threw in prison. They say he's the biggest scam artist or whatever. It's the internet is plastered with videos lately saying that he is a scam artist and everything. I don't endorse all his other products. His other products talking about weight loss, the number one weight loss product, how debt cures, memory, how to think and grow rich, how to be a guru, and how to bring secret or whatever, all this craziness. I don't endorse that. I'm just talking about this. This is where he spills the beans, because he used to hang around with these people, these multi-billionaires. He spilt the beans on all of them, and that's probably why they threw him in prison. Okay. The excuse they used, Judge Guzman said he was deceitful to the core. Okay. The excuse they used was contempt of court, which was the longest prison sentence in United States history, was given to Kevin Trudeau. They threw him in there for 10 years. Contempt of court is not a felony. It's not even a misdemeanor. And they didn't say a word about it to the American people. Okay. So that gives you some idea. He went to prison for 10 years because of this information that's in here. It's a 12 CD set. You can listen to it in your car, right? Everybody has CD players in their cars, right? So you can listen to it on your CD player, and your car is a good place to listen to it. And if you're a truck driver, trucks have CD players in it. This is good CDs to listen to. It tells you all the good stuff. So the information is valuable if they sent him to prison for 10 years. Okay? Almost 10 years. Well, here's the book. Okay? And you can find them everywhere. Thrift stores are loaded with them. eBay and Amazon. This is the updated version, and you can find them all over eBay. They're pretty inexpensive. And but this was the first one. That's the updated. Here's the first one. You can see that the first one is actually a lot thinner, and it looks just like the CD set. So Kevin Trudeau actually sat here and read the book word for word on these audios CD. So if you don't read books, you can get the CD, and that way you will be up to speed on what everybody is barely starting to catch up with now. The people are finally starting to catch on to this stuff, and it's because he was the one that brought the information to you. Okay, the people are barely starting to catch up, and you'll be up to speed on the food and the, the wellness being, how they're making you sick. They're trying to make you sick. They don't want you to be a vibrant and juvenile and thriving. They want you to be depressed and sick. This is how they make money, because they're extraterrestrials. And this person tells you about them. But they kicked him off eBay. I mean, they kicked him off YouTube, so he can't tell you nothing. He can't tell you like I'm telling you. That's why you're getting the information from me. David Icke is kicked off YouTube, kicked off Facebook, and kicked out of over 30 European countries because of what he's telling you about the extraterrestrials. It makes Epstein, what they do would make Epstein Island look like a walk in the park. And he tells you their names. He tells you where they're from here in the United States. He lets you know what states they come from, basically, right? And you'd be surprised where they're at. And these are our leaders, the head honcho leaders. He claims are extraterrestrials, and nobody has ever taken him to court to try to get him for slander. Okay, because they know it's true. That's the last thing they want to do is go to court, because the whole thing will be exposed. The extraterrestrials, and they don't want to be exposed, because if they are exposed, the people are going to find out that they have telepathy and they can read their minds. And the humans are going to say they have to get the hell out of here, because that's an invasion of privacy. That's why they don't want to be exposed, along with a lot of other things, because they're basically the fallen angels, Nephilim. Okay? And so these are the books: Children of the Matrix or The Biggest Secret, by David Icke. Okay? And Elon Musk actually let him back on X. Okay? So he is on X. But as far as making videos and talking to you like I am right now on a live stream, it's not there. He would have to be allowed back on YouTube for him to do these live streams. Right? This is the free flow of information, and they ain't having it. They're not letting him. Okay, so one more book for you people. Okay? To learn how disgusting these people are. They've been doing it for a long time. And this book here is by Elaine Foyer. And there's Elaine's picture. Okay? It's called Innocent Casualties. It's a page turner. Okay? You just pick it up. You won't put it down. And it tells you about how these people come to your house at 3 o'clock in the morning with guns, which they did to Kevin Trudeau too. With guns, without a search warrant. This is Nazi Gestapo style, because that's, if you do the research on it, that's actually where they come from. What's his name? Rockefeller was like this with Adolf Hitler. Okay? Their bread and butter company was involved in this. Okay? naturally, they're going to be like the Nazi Gestapo, because that's where they come from. Do research on what is it? Project Paperclip, and you'll see that all of their scientists came here to the United States. Okay, so a lot of them, a lot of that, the way they are, is right here. This is who they are. That's why they do this stuff. Come to your house, 3 o'clock in the morning, with guns drawn on you, throw you on the ground without a search warrant. You'll find out about it all right here. For whole wheat bread. It happened in Washington, state of Washington. You'll find out all about it in this book, Innocent Casualties, the FDA's War Against Humanity by Elaine Foyer. Okay, it's a page turner. Okay, easy to read. So that's all I've got for right now. Thanks for tuning in. I see everybody in the comments. And one person in here. Wow. Okay, I see somebody from Europe who left a comment in European. How am I supposed to read European? Okay. I see y'all in the comments. 9,000. See you there. Team, see you, and this person who's foreign. So, thank you for liking the video. I know nobody's liked it so far, but you people who are watching later, thank you for liking the video, because that will increase more people to get this information, so that the people will continue to become more educated, and so that we won't be the clowns of the planet. Okay, so thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. That's all I've got for right now. Make sure you're subscribed so you can catch me when I go live, because it is important, because this is in real time. This is the free flow of information. It's more powerful than you probably realize.